Hey everyone, hope you folks are doing well. This is Meenu here, and I wanted to share something with you. I started an XDC Network AMA and Ask Me Anything series in November 2021 with various partners and application teams who have collaborated with or built their projects on the XDC network. And for those who do not know about XDC, well, XDC is the underlying token of an open source enterprise grade hybrid blockchain protocol company called XinFin. Now, we did around 5 episodes in the last couple of months, that is November, December 2021. And I have put together a medley, a brief snapshot of the same. A peek into what various leaders are working on by leveraging this powerful network. And I hope you would like it. And what's covered in this medley? Well, we have in this snippets from my conversations with the senior leaders from 5 different companies with strong stakes in the XDC network. And this is along with the links to the complete episodes. And these are Anish Jain, who is the MD and CEO of WadzPay, Barot, who is the founder of StorX Network, Vinay Krishna, founder and CEO of LedgerFi IT Solutions, Vishrut Srivastava, the MD of Yodaplus, and Krishna Yogi, CEO and co-founder of Ecoin. But before that, a few words first on the objective behind this AMA series, and then a brief introduction about myself and my podcast, Blockchain Hustle. Now, why are we doing this XDC AMA, the Ask Me Anything series? Well, the main objective out here is to showcase the various projects and the partnerships which have been done with the XDC network. And the end objective in all this is to create more of an awareness, scale up the ecosystem, the complete ecosystem with the community. My name is Meenu, and I am a technology evangelist. In the blockchain space, I help the founders to evangelize their products, their technology, and I help them to build up their ecosystem. So, a community development is a part of it. And in the blockchain space itself, I do have a blockchain channel, and so it's available on the podcast part, is available on the usual channels like your Google Audible, Apple, Podbean. And the video part is also available on the channel that you guys are just viewing it on YouTube. It's called Blockchain Hustle, and there is a lot of content that I have put on for the last 1.5 years or so. A lot of educational stuff, and I would strongly recommend you to go take a look. And if you do like it, share it, subscribe to it. And why did these companies select the XDC network? You pick up XDC network.
See, XDC network, I found it to be, first of all, it's a serious network. It's not about just games. I know games are very important. It's a serious network about finance and financial applications. It has got a very good infrastructure and network in the sense that it is low cost, very efficient. It uses a delegated proof of stake, and so it just it gelled with our philosophy and our own inclination of the kind of company that we wanted to work with.
And when we have looked at the XinFin, we have found a couple of good things there. One is like they were having it's a fork of Ethereum, you can say, but on the top of that, they have worked on a lot. And we have found lots of good support from their side. The protocol, they have improved a lot on that side to make sure that the performance, which is normally a concern with the blockchain side, the scalability and all, right? That way they are improvising and they are supporting on that line. Recently also, they have come up with a new version where they are supporting quite a good
Yeah.
performance in that case. Yeah.
Now, a peek into the conversations with the companies. The first one is WadzPay. Now, WadzPay is an interoperable blockchain based payments ecosystem. And these guys are working to enable the digital asset based transaction processing and the settlement. WadzPay has partnered with XinFin's global network, and one can use XDC on their WadzPay platform.
Thanks, Meenu, for having me on the series and starting a series with me. It's a real honor to be here. Thank you so much. Use of digital wallets had already kind of started, right? So it made sense for these digital assets to somehow interact with these digital wallets, which has not happened in a proper fashion or way so far. And that's what we're trying to solve. So we're trying to merge or create a hybrid solution where the old world meets the new. The consumer's experience pretty much stays consistent. We're not asking the consumer to learn about Ethereum or blockchain or whatnot. All the consumer wants to do is make payments. All the merchant wants to do is accept payments, and that's what they do in our system as well. It's just that we apply various methodologies, which then eliminate the need of manual intervention, or validation could be then online, or validation could be on the chain, etc., etc. And then now with the emergence of CBDC, of course, this makes a lot more sense, because it is blockchain based, right? So, but these are of course based on private chains, at least as per what's out there in the market right now, or what's projected to be coming out. And we then provide interoperability layers where we allow these chains to interact with each other, or allow the consumer, traveling from Singapore into Dubai or Dubai into Singapore, make transactions using foreign exchanges or foreign exchange based CBDCs. So those are things that we are testing. We're not talking about competing on cents and dimes. So we're not talking about making the cost of transaction cheaper. I think cost of transaction is already very cheap, especially in developed markets, not in underdeveloped markets. Cross-border transactions, in certain cases, yes, they're cheap, but in several other cases, they're not very cheap. So yes, cost is a factor, but I think the more important is fraud management, is live validation of transactions, which is possible over blockchain, but not possible in any other scenario, and also removing intermediaries from the ecosystem, wherein a transaction should not pass through 5 intermediaries before it reaches its intended recipient. It should be from the sender to the recipient, and that's what blockchain enables, and that's where we play a part. So the application in terms of consumer network, let me give you a few examples. What we are doing is we are providing custodial services to a financial institution who otherwise did not have the capability to do so. So this financial institution could be a bank. This financial institution could be somebody who has customers, or who has a regulatory approval to hold customers. And currently, they could only offer an offering in fiat. But with us, we connect into these financial institutions, or these operators, through APIs, and they're able to provide custodial services, on-ramp, off-ramp services for digital assets as well. And this is all regulated under the regulation. So that's the interesting part. So basically, we could go. The technology can go and enable a bank to become an exchange, pretty much, or provide custodial services or parts of those services as and when, or as what the bank opts to do. So that's one part of it. So that's what we call the issuance side of the business. And then there is the acquiring side of the business, wherein we are enabling merchants to start accepting digital assets. So again, we're working through network aggregators or merchant aggregators, who would then brand this. So let's say if you land on a duty free sometime soon in the very near future, you would be able to make payments with digital assets, and you would know that which brand is enabling that. So So those are the kind of programs that we are doing right now, and also on the remittance side. On the remittance side, basically we are connecting, and that's where we are also working with XDC Network. We are connecting cross-border transactions through messaging and through something what we call as Remittance 3.0, wherein, of course, remittance could be made significantly cheaper and faster with lots of options for the sender and the receiver. So those are the three line items where our clients work with us, which is custodial services on the issuance side, acquiring side, and on the remittance side.
StorX is a decentralized and a secure storage network which is built on the XDC blockchain network. And it enables the users with spare storage capacity to lease their space and earn some great returns.
When you upload a file, it just goes up and it stays there. While in decentralized storage network, it gets fragmented and splits, and it goes into multiple locations. So basically, it's a decentralized cloud storage network. StorX empowers users to store their data securely on a cloud. But the difference is, compared to cloud, in StorX, when you upload a file, it gets encrypted into multiple fragments to autonomous storage, and it goes into no particular operator. It just goes worldwide, and it is that, so there is no control for one person.
Okay, so which would basically imply that no one storage provider or operator would have access to the data.
Yes. So StorX is it's like no individual operator. It's all the file goes to different nodes, and nobody knows this. That is the way we created this, so private and so secure. In future, you will see how world is going to use this kind of network, and it is more compared to the legacy cloud. It is it is faster. Also, it allows users to spare their extra space and earn hosting rewards or great returns, which we call it node.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Compared to centralized cloud, it also saves cost in a long term. Driven by technology, there is no human or manual intervention. So from the day one, this is it was always like this. StorX ecosystem thrives on a StorX node providers, and that is the reason from the beginning we kept the very low staking amount. That was from the day first, and that is the reason we got so many nodes in such a less time. Like you can say July we got listed, and we had so many nodes in just 3 to 4 months. But what happened is that after a particular time, some of the nodes were not so healthy. Now, it is very important to keep a healthy reputation when you have a node, and it is always online, and we had always been informing the storage node operators to keep healthy reputation, so that they can stay aware. Even from the beginning we were telling them, but now what happened was that storage node operator keep a healthy reputation is not so easy, maybe because it doesn't work like that. You have to do something every day. You have to check, I mean, not every day, but from time to time, like 2-3 days, 4 days, you have to see that whether the node is true or false. It means it's healthy or it's not healthy.
Then was LedgerMail from LedgerFi IT Solutions. Now, LedgerFi IT Solutions is building an overarching umbrella around a seamless exchange of digital assets. Built over the XDC network, its flagship product is LedgerMail, and it is a decentralized and a secure email solution.
Launched this year our B2B version of enterprise version of LedgerMail. And in August month, 4th of August, we launched the B2C, which is completely on XinFin network. And and in 4-5 months, we have got almost like a 700,000 users now.
Which is a great
enterprise version. We have started creating some permission-based blockchain, right? And for public blockchain, we were always having some kind of like we were trying to evaluate which one we will go for that. And so I would like to add one more word here. So
Okay.
decentralized secured email system,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
I will come back to that to your question, right?
Hmm.
So when we are looking at and we are comparing with the centralized system, right? And the word itself gives you lots of hint on that line. Like if we are
Hmm.
saying it's a centralized, that means somebody is actually managing that,
Yeah.
right? And
Hmm.
when they are managing, it's not just the server, it's the data as well,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? Have
Hmm.
you seen lots of time when you search for something in the net and when you
Yeah.
are coming to your Gmail, you are also seeing that some advertisements are
Yeah.
coming on
Yeah.
that side. The
Yeah.
promotions are coming, right?
Yeah.
That means somebody is actually capturing your behavior also, your pattern as well, right?
Yeah. The
There is
cookie.
no way we can say that those contents which we are having there, it cannot be read by those centralized authorities. It can be.
Yeah.
I'm not saying a human will be doing that. It could be a machine,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And not exactly they are going line by line, but maybe with some keywords,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
does not matter, right? Somebody can be, right? That is one part. Another thing is, if somebody can or somehow that servers are getting compromised.
Yodaplus is a highly specialized tech solutions company which is working at the intersection of technology, finance, and blockchain. It has built a multi-signature wallet, and has also developed a smart contract tokenization platform for XDC. This was for trading the trade finance assets as tokens on the XDC network.
We have built a multi-sig vault which holds XDC as well as holds XRC20 tokens
Hmm.
such as Snota and SRX,
Hmm.
stable coins like USDG, SGDG, and several others.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's been a journey for the last 5 years.
Hmm.
It helps prevent this kind of error from
Okay.
happening. It gives you very good safeguards and ways to kind of take care of something that will prevent this to happen. The second thing is you must have heard of some a case where a person lost $350 million because he lost his private key.
Oh yeah, there are several stories on that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So there was this early holder of Bitcoin. He had it
Yeah.
in a hard drive, and that hard drive went into trash, and it disappeared. And so
Yeah.
there is $250 million.
Yeah.
So again, we at Yodasig Multisig Vault help you in such situation where you have multiple owners of a wallet,
Hmm.
and for any transaction to happen out where money leaves the wallet, it
Hmm.
requires the approval of two or more owners. So,
Okay.
for example, there can be three owners, four owners of a wallet, and you can configure it that two or three of those owners can approve the transaction. Only then it will leave the wallet. So that's it.
Hmm.
So that's a simple
Okay.
concept.
Yodaplus had developed a smart contract tokenization platform for XDC, something on the trade finance assets.
Right.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, and this was, if I understand correctly, to the part of TradeTech's partnership with XinFin in offering the trade finance products as to the institutional investors as tokens,
Correct.
right? It was
Correct.
NFTs, right?
It is modeled as an NFT.
Yeah.
But it was for this purpose of trade
Yeah.
finance tokens.
So, can you just share a little bit on that? So, apart from the
Yes.
multi-sig model, we can see another if your expertise here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So basically, today, if you have say crypto holdings, right, or if you have tokens, and you have them sitting and parked in a wallet, right,
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
whether it be a multi-sig wallet or it can be a plain vanilla wallet.
Hmm.
Now, if you had similar money in a bank, it would earn interest,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Now you have these crypto holdings and you want to also earn interest, right? You have some holdings that's lying idle. They can be put into work to earn some kind of yield. One
Yeah.
of the ways that people typically did that was by staking. In a proof of stake network, you do
Yeah.
something. Put your crypto holdings as staking, and you get the staking rewards.
Yeah.
This is another way of generating yield, where
Hmm.
you have the trade finance instruments that are going to give some kind of interest because there's accounts receivables and or there is a
Yeah.
bill of lading. There's some goods in some container that's locked as capital and and is being transported from one place to the other, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, so that yield we tokenize it
Hmm.
and we pass it on to the institutional investors. So institutional investors can have fractional ownership in these trade finance assets
Hmm.
or which can be discounted bills, or it can be bill of lading or any of the other forms
Okay.
of trade.
Yeah.
Ecoin has the mission to bring crypto to the masses by stablecoin based banking, and it has built its project on the XDC network.
To Ecoin, our goal has been the logo itself, right? Our vision is crypto for everyone, right? So we want to take crypto to the masses and bring absolutely. So actually, what we have done, the key innovation that we have done is essentially we tried one of these hardest problems in internet, which is basically how do you identify someone as a unique individual, right, without actually doing
Yeah.
KYC, right?
Yeah.
In computer language, it's called Sybil attack or Sybil proof, right?
Okay.
So basically, how do you do that? Like in a traditional world, you have the governments which issue ID cards, and then
Yeah.
if you cheat that's a felony and you go to jail, right? But then in the internet world, there's no such thing. So how do you go about doing that? And that's where we have spent probably 2 years mastering that. And then in the last 1.5 years of our journey, we have sort of perfected that, how to go about doing that. We have had a tremendous journey. We did see some pitfalls, but then we understood how the industry evolves, and now we have arguably one of the lowest cost of onboarding in entire crypto industry, right? So if you look at we have this incredible technology with which we can really push XinFin community to the next level, right? Like we can bring millions and millions of people to the community, which is simply not possible in any other blockchain. So it's a synergistic relationship.
Yeah.
Stablecoin issuers on XinFin, right?
Okay.
So we have been in talks with these stablecoin issuers, and then we are telling them, guys, we have this user base, right? You don't have to worry about that. Just build the tech, right, and come to us, and then let's have a partnership. Let's roll this out, because obviously people are quite excited about the stable coins, right? So we are in talks with them. Similarly, there's a dApp that is looking to tap into a bunch of users. Let's say you build this fancy gaming dApp, and you're very good at that, right? But you're not so good at, or you don't have the time to do all this marketing. You can just talk to us, and then we give you access to our user base, right? That's how it's done.
Yeah, I guess that's what the bigger platform is all about. We just tap on each other dApps synergies to grow the whole community as a whole. So everybody, it's a kind of a win-win situation. And I guess one of the things in that is the things that we need to just kind of look out for, as what you also indicated earlier, is to look out for some bad actors. So that, and if that can be filtered out, and the assets are safe and secure, you have this all access to this community resources, people are sharing on it. It's a very win-win synergy with synergy platform.
Yeah. So I mean, see, we have built the security extremely strongly, right? So on the SafeX wallet, so we are using almost nearly hardware wallet-like security. I wouldn't say it's hardware wallet-like, but it's nearly there. So the recovery process is super secure. We store the keys on the secure chip on the Android phone. So essentially, it gets to a very high level of security. But obviously, that's the next big thing is basically bringing a lot of people into the stablecoin ecosystem on SafeX wallet and the coin exchange. So I want you to purchase your first stablecoin on coin exchange and hold it on SafeX wallet and shop at a merchant who is affiliated with us. This is what we want.
Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have found this XDC Network AMA medley interesting. Do check out the complete episodes. I've shared their individual links. And for all those partners and the dApp teams who have collaborated with and have a stake in the XDC network. If you folks want to showcase your portfolio in this XDC Network AMA series, send me a message on Twitter. My handle is Meenu Serene. My other contact details are also listed here. And for the community, thanks a lot for all your support. I deeply appreciate it, and if you would like me to showcase a specific company on this forum, please do let me know. Best wishes for the new year and stay safe. Cheers.